What's up, guys? How's it going, everybody? My name is Blitzwanger, and ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to go on ahead and discuss what other heroes, and I guess also villains, should be included in Star Wars Battlefront 2. If you have your own ideas, leave them down in the comment section below. And with that all in mind, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't yet, and let's get rock and rolling with today's Star Wars Battlefront 2 video. Alright, so as I said at the intro, or I guess with the intro there, today we're going to go on ahead and discuss the possibility, I guess, of other heroes and villains being added into Star Wars Battlefront 2. So this was something that actually came up as a conversation during a recent stream for Star Wars Battlefront 2. We were playing the game and a bunch of you guys were making some really cool suggestions for characters that would be so cool to see in the game, and hopefully maybe some of them could actually come true. Now, with that in mind, I also have my own kind of point and theory about maybe why we haven't seen certain characters, and we're going to discuss that as well. So let's get rock and rolling here with a match. Looks like I'm having a bit of internet connection problems there in the top corner. Hopefully that won't be too problematic. Welcome to the planet of Endor, of course. And this is Blast. What we're currently playing is the Blast game mode. So the thing is that a lot of people made really good cases for characters that they would love to see. So for example, first and foremost, I'd love to hear from you guys. What characters would you guys like to see? Like, which ones do you think would be really cool additions that are missing? So one of the popular picks that I saw many people make was actually Mace Windu, and I agree with that. I think that would be really, really cool to see Mace Windu added into the game. Oh my gosh. Speaking of ready to blow, we just got absolutely shreked there, and then we got that guy with the trip mine. That was awesome. So, I agree. I think Mace Windu would be a really cool addition, but I also would say that another character that I personally had suggested, and I think would be really cool to see, is actually Cal Kestis. Now, for those of you that maybe are not as knowledgeable with Star Wars and maybe you're only aware of the films, you might be saying to yourself, who in the heck is Cal Kestis? He's actually the main protagonist of the most recent Star Wars game, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Where in the heck did that dude just go? Wow, okay, that was very chaotic. So I think that he would be a cool addition into the game. I've heard a few people also mention Ahsoka Tano. I think that's another really cool suggestion. I think she would be really, really cool to see in the game also. But here's the thing that I started thinking about, and I started to think, and I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe there's a reason for why we have not seen some of those characters. And really, the main reason, I think, could possibly be due to the fact that how in the heck do you keep making lightsaber characters differently? Meaning, for example, if they add Mace Windu, what abilities do you give to Mace Windu that make him unique when compared to the other lightsaber characters? What possible ability could they add to where he would then feel unique and different when compared to the other 10 overall lightsaber characters in the game? For example, you look at someone like General Grievous. He's got a unique ability. He's able to do the crab walk attack. He's able to do the lunge attack. And of course, he's got the spinning attack with the 4 different lightsabers. That makes him unique. That makes him different when compared to the other lightsaber characters. So therefore, he makes for a great character to be added into the game. Whereas other characters that are more standard and similar in terms of what those characters can do, like if at the end of the day, if they're a character that can force choke, force stop, force push, force pull, like, it makes the characters feel a little bit redundant, and each character becomes less and less unique because it's just basically a reskin of the exact same set of abilities. Now, some people will say, I don't care, I want to play as that character, and that's a fair argument. But I think that it could possibly be one of the reasons why maybe we have not seen EA include some of these characters, is because they're just simply going to be a tad bit of an overlap, and the characters are not... Okay, that's terrifying. The characters are not unique enough and don't stand out enough from one another to warrant being in the game. Now, how do you solve that problem? And I guess you would say, well, Blitz, so does that mean that we should not have any more characters? No, I think we should have more characters. I guess the question would be, what characters could you possibly pick? And within that, whichever characters you select, how do you make them unique? Because, for example, if you picked Mace Windu, what would be a unique element to that character in terms of abilities that could make him stand out compared to the other Jedis that are in the game? I don't know that answer for Mace Windu, but I'd love to hear your opinions and thoughts in the comment section below. So when you leave your suggestion for a new hero that you would like to see, let me know what that hero should have as abilities. Ideally, all 3 abilities. There might be some overlap on, let's say, one of the 3 abilities, or maybe even 2 of the 3 abilities could be similar. But try to make at least one of those abilities unique, even if it's a passive ability, let's say. So, with that in mind, as I started thinking about it that way, and I thought to myself, okay, well, what characters could we add that would not only be included in the game, but then when they are included in the game, they would be unique and have certain unique abilities that would make them stand out? And that really shifted my thinking from typically choosing just a Jedi or another Jedi character of some sort, to then thinking about, okay, well, who else could be included that would be a cool addition and would make sense within this new limitation that I've placed on myself, I guess, trying to select a character. So the first character that literally came to mind was actually Zeb from Star Wars Rebels. Now, he could play similarly to someone like Chewbacca in terms of he would be a bit more of a brute character. I would probably make his health really high, so he would have, I don't know, maybe like 1,000 HP. But the interesting thing about him is that he would be still somewhat of a close-range character, similar to a lightsaber character, but instead you give him that giant staff that he uses in the show. So you could give him that staff as kind of like his main weapon. He could have still some sort of a long-ranged weapon that you could swap into, like a blaster, but it's limited time so that it wouldn't be particularly broken, because if you have a character that has 1,000 health, let's say, and in addition to that, a long-range weapon, it could make him a tad bit broken. So the way to work around that would be to limit how long you can actually carry that blaster for. So similarly to how, like, for example, this class here, the Specialist, has the L1R1, which is hardened infiltration, where the character swaps into like a different blaster. So you do a similar thing for Zeb, where he swaps into this additional blaster that he gets to use for a limited amount of time, and then it has to be on a pretty significant cooldown, exactly like the hardened infiltration ability is. So I think that would be a really cool way to add somebody who could be unique. It would be a character that would play differently. He would be almost like a mix between the Jedi characters, or I guess the lightsaber melee characters, and Chewbacca. So it'd be kind of more of a crossover between those two, which I think could make for a fun character and would make him unique compared to the others. As far as okay, my gosh, sorry. As far as whether or not I think that character is likely to happen, probably not. I think a character like Mace Windu and some more of the main stays in Star Wars are most certainly likely to get attention first, and most certainly are going to be added first. But I'm not going to lie to you guys, like, I did not expect BB-8 and BB-9E to be added into the game. I would have never imagined that those would be likely characters to be included. But yet, we've received them in the game. They are playable in the game, and they're actually really fun. And the thing that I'm trying to explain with this video is the fact that they really are unique. Like, those characters play significantly different to any of the lightsaber characters or any of the other characters that are in general in the game, which makes them very, 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 very unique. And makes them fun to play as, because they're just completely different to your typical lightsaber wielding character that you would play as, or even some of the long-range characters like the Lando, the Leia, the Han Solos, etc. So I think that that's sort of the approach that I would like for them to take, and I think that that's probably why we haven't seen all the different Jedis. Like, a lot of people were telling me, like, well, wouldn't it be cool if they included Kit Fisto? And I'm like, yeah, sure, but how do you make him unique? He'll just be yet another lightsaber character. How do you make that unique? So the problem is it's almost like a character has to have some unique attribute to them. Again, it could be a scene from a movie where it's like, oh, well, they have a unique power where, I don't know, let's say you give Mace Windu like a lightning bolt attack that it seems to be only available on the villains or the Sith characters. So maybe the way to make him unique is that he'll be the only Jedi character that has a lightning bolt stun. Even something as simple as that would be cool to see. So that's kind of what I'm trying to point out, is that I'm curious, when you guys make a suggestion for a character that you would like to see added, how do you make them unique? Let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you guys so very much for watching today's quick little Star Wars Battlefront 2 discussion video. I'll catch you guys next time with some more gameplay. If there's a specific video topic or a character or a game mode that you guys would like to see, let me know in the comment section below. Have a great day. I'll see you later. Peace.